But I guess I've been just kind of chasing waves and just life experience, kind of exploring the secrets of life, I guess, and myself for the last 20 years. And yeah, I've been traveling around the world and doing a variety of things, climbing, biking, scuba diving, skiing, surfing, loving, sharing. Yeah, I love to do yoga, I love to play golf, and ping pong. yeah, just a bit of everything. But that journey's been kind of funded and inspired, inspired by a moment in the Himalaya when I was 18, and I realized that I wanted to chase waves and climb mountains. And then it kind of evolved into, like an opportunity, and having skied professionally for 15 years, kind of just evolving. And I funded all my travels kind of through my skiing and all the people that support me, and that I have great friendships with as well. So yeah, and it's been a epic journey, and it still is in the moment for sure. But I am very grateful. I have this idea that I can ski around the world and share it, and kind of just get on the edge with it for all these years. And then in the off seasons I can do photography, which is probably my biggest passion in life, and travel around different places. And so I'm super grateful for all the people that support me, and my family that have always loved me, and been a part of it since, and friends too, have a lot of really dear friends that share that too. So anyways, there's definitely ups and downs, and you're on the road 10 months a year, and you're kind of fluctuating, you're balancing your diets and your mind, what you do, your heart. There's a lot of kind of injury. I had a lot of really bad injuries in my day, and I fought through them, all of them. And after 10 years, I kind of finally got through. One in particular hit, and then the rest is wear and tear, and not being able to turn down opportunity and love and passion for life, for certain things. So I'm kind of out of that now. I kind of got through that. So yeah.
Nice.
And here we are. And if I forgot anybody that sponsors me, forgive me, because I kind of pulled a blank in the beginning. But definitely Arc'teryx is my main sponsor, and I've been with them for 10 years, and I'm super grateful for all the opportunities that they've given me. And even in my injuries, Johnny Irvine gave me that in the beginning, and Laura and Justin carried that through. So yeah, it's just life, in the moment you never know what you're going to get and how you're going to live it. You just kind of get exploring that, right? And the waves, barrels, and the inspiration that the ocean gives me has definitely healed hearts, and there's been a lot of wisdom in the wind and in the time in the waves, I've done all my trips on my own, and lots of radical, wild little places, and the ocean can really bring a lot of inspiration. So and that's been a healing ground for my skiing and climbing, for sure.
So in terms of your skiing, you mentioned at one point a minute ago or a few moments ago the edge, and obviously you've been at the highest level of the game and in skiing, and I'm wondering what it is that pushes you to do that, for people who don't go to that limit. What perspective can you give them?
Oh, there's a lot of different ways to answer that question, I think. But I truly, maybe the rooster knows. Or in Hawaii or something, that rooster 5 a.m. Surf's up. No, my faith, I think, and the idea that I was kind of blessed with a real connection with my personal self, my heart, and I always lived through my intuition, and I think that's what has driven me, and the idea that I discovered that in myself. It's like you start at the bottom, everyone starts at the bottom, and you just figure it out, and you dream about it, and you go for it, and some die, and some feel that epic, blissful moment that we long for, that we envision. And perhaps when you get on the edge like that, and you see yourself blossom in fear, then yeah, you want to keep going. So maybe that for me is a foundation, is definitely and that I've taken the time in my life to be on my own and follow my own path that I've felt and heard through experience, and it just kept going. And of course I go the wrong way always, but then there's that you don't stay there long, right? So the skiing, I think it just fuels from my heart, and I've had like the opportunity to to live it, and I didn't not to say that I don't ever get afraid of freezing my feet off once in a while, or hang off a mountain with random people or dear friends. And my friend Andreas, and JP, I didn't know him well, but my dear friend Andreas, who we lost, the world lost a couple months ago. That's where I get true inspiration from. And thank you, Andreas, friends.
Rip.
Wherever you are.
Whatever crevasse you were in.
Perhaps.
What is and what's your main project right now? What's going on? What are you doing that's fascinating you right now?
Well, there's a couple things. There's probably too many, which is obvious. Often the case. I get a little overwhelmed, get a bit full. But humbly, this winter I'm kind of going into it top form, and I'm going to start my winter off at Stellar Heli Skiing in the Kootenays, shooting photos, and from there we'll continue into Northern Escape Heli Skiing, which is a really great place, and wonderful people. They sponsored me and have opened up their helicopters for me to do some skiing there and do some work there. So I go up north in BC there in Terrace, and then I go from there to Le Grave, which is a whole other story, which is a place that I love and has been really dear to me for sure. It was a place that I went to heal and get my spirit back for the mountains. And so I've made dear friends there. I'm going to go ski there and shoot some photos with a couple Swedes, and then Morocco. And hopefully the plan is to go to Morocco and do a ski surf trip, actually, with a couple good buds of mine, and then from there perhaps Scotland, and that's to go skiing also and probably get rained on.
And you've got a book project in the works. You're a photographer, and that has been a long time passion, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thanks for asking. I'm working on a book project right now. It's called The Skier's Journey, and it was Skier's Journey, 15 Years of Travel and Solitude, but I've passed the 15 years. I've been procrastinating for a couple, so I can't use that in the title anymore. Getting into 20 years. But anyways, it's a story of life experience, poetry, and it holds my best 150 personal slide images, and then my best 150 ski imagery from almost 20 years of ski modeling. And it's going to be a beautiful book one day soon.
Shot with film, not shot with digital.
Yeah, Velvia 50, Velvia 100. Lots of tripod, lots of portrait, landscape, light. I just search for the light, and if I see something interesting, I shoot it. Yeah, it's basically document a true moment, and you know, you can shoot. There's a lot of photography that can be dark and and gray and have no expression that is brilliant. But my work is based around light in different places, and portrait, which I love. And there's a series of self-timers, self-portrait. But yeah, the book is just talking about injury and traveling and life and passion, love, and my experience with my family in Honduras, and my ski career, and just in general. It's a start to a long-term project, I hope. So hopefully in a couple of year and a half or so I can finish that. Yeah. So that's a big project aside from skiing and just being in the moment. Yeah, is what I'm longing for.